It wasn't the original goal, but it's now the new goal. The bubble bursted on Sunday, and James Madison found itself on the wrong side of the cut line. However, by no means does that mean the season is over. It's still March. It's still championship season as JMU women's basketball embarks on the 2025 WBIT. The 1 seed Dukes have returned to Harrisonburg to face the Davidson Wildcats, a third-place team out of the A-10. Hey everyone, welcome inside the Atlantic Union Bank Center. Thanks so much for joining us on your Thursday night. I'm Corey Spector. It's first round action of the Women's Basketball Invitation Tournament between James Madison at 28-5 out of the Sun Belt Conference and the Davidson Wildcats at 19-13 out of the Atlantic 10. 9-5, they score on the second chance opportunity there. 5:15 to play first quarter. McDaniel left alone, spots up a three, it rims out. Offensive rebound, Kozlova vacuums it in, puts up the shot, and in, and one. Susha using the window, closes the gap down to 2. 9-7 Davidson, 5:09 to go, first quarter. Rose got possesses straight away, 3 feet from beyond the arc. Passes left elbow, Kozlova fakes 2 handoffs and gives. Scott left wing, rotates around the screen, dumps it off to Kozlova, taps the ball to herself in the short corner. Double team, starts the dribble. The double team escapes. Kozlova goes up with the lefty hook and scores off the front rim. 7 early points for Kozlova, 3 for 3. Also has 4 rebounds. Energetic start for Susha. James Madison up by 1, 10-9, 3:35 remaining, first quarter. 2:50 gone by, second quarter, 15-14. Davidson over James Madison. The fourth ever meeting between these two schools. JMU has won the first 3. Robinson, left wing, locates Kozlova, short corner, lefty dribble using the right shoulder. Kozlova goes up, scores off the window, plus a whistle. Shows off the arms for the crowd. And with 6:55 to go in the first half, James Madison takes the lead 16-15, and Kozlova can make it a 3-point play. Kozlova clogged up inside by Ananupe, jumping up in the air, trying to disturb Kozlova, but that didn't faze her. Ananupe has it up top. Right side it goes for Dower, down to the short corner. Morgan, a point guard, backing down Stevenson, and Sakaya jars the ball free. McDaniel has it for JMU. McDaniel zigzags into the lane, puts it up off the glass and in. 10-0 James Madison run after Davidson scored the first 3 of the second quarter. Lead up to 6 for the purple and gold. 4:40 to go first half. Offensive foul. Morgan uses the shoulder, barrels into Stevenson on the near side of the lane. Turnover number 7 for Davidson, and James Madison gets the ball back when we return. Full court press, Stevenson beats it, puts it up with the right hand and in, down the center of the lane. And Sakaya Stevenson has 6 points on 3 for 4. All of those points here in the second quarter for Z. 1:10 to go, first half, JMU by 6, left wing 3. Barnes blocks it by Dunn, the shot. And the loose change here is Stevenson. Bounce pass on the no-looky. McDaniel layup, it's in. Timeout, Davidson. "30-second timeout from Gail Folks. Davidson needs to talk it over. James Madison has scored on each of its last 3 shots to open up an 8-point lead. 32-24 with 1:01 to go in the first half. Dunn asserts herself to the rack. Wild shot doesn't go on the underhand. Rebound Barnes, advances for Robinson. Across the timeline she goes. Continuous action. 5:15 to go. Third quarter, Dukes by 4. Robinson right wing 3. Bottom! They left Bree wide open, and Robinson capitalizes. Dukes tip it out by Barnes on the near sideline. Davidson gets it back. 5:02 to play third quarter. 39-32 JMU. 4:05 to go, third quarter, Dukes by 7. Here's Rose Scott. Straight away, in between the legs dribble, sidestepping to the right wing, uncorks the tray. Oh, she nails it. 7 points for Scott. Second timeout called by Gail Folks of Davidson. It's a 10-point James Madison lead, the Dukes' largest cushion so far tonight. Here in the first round of the WBIT from Harrisonburg. Scott uses the screen from Williams, right wing, dances into the lane. Oh, nice pass, and the layup is in for Williams. Scott wrapping around the body of the defender, extending all of her 5'8" length she possibly could to find an angle to dump it off to Angie. 44-34 JMU, 3:10 to play, third quarter. Here's Bree Robinson zigzagging across the timeline, stations at the top of the arc, now moves her way to the right wing. McDaniel loops to the top of the arc. Instead, the pass goes short corner, Kozlova far side. Susha in the lane, starts to see three. Kick out Robinson, three ball, nightline! From the right wing, and Bree Robinson has made a couple of threes in this game. 2 of the 3 for the Dukes. 13-point James Madison lead, 54-41 with 7:35 to go, fourth quarter. Coach O has complimented McDaniel so much throughout her career, especially over the last 2 years, for not panicking when her shot doesn't go in. She just plays within the game. Dukes have it out of the timeout, and the offensive end to our left. McDaniel elevates a right corner three on time. I know I'm pretty loud. Sometimes the players hear me while I talk. Not sure it was the case that time, but McDaniel just drills one out of the timeout, and now a travel at the top of the arc, Adanupe. Scott left wing, a right-handed dribble, exchanges to her left hand, halts the dribble, bounces to the free throw line, Kozlova, faces up, sees a crowd, passes right wing Barnes, to the corner McDaniel, now to Kozlova in the short corner, a quadruple team and a kick out. Left wing three, Rose Scott money! Second tray on the night for Scott, up to 14 points. James Madison by 19, and the Dukes have created some significant separation. Davidson gets it in. Donovan straight away, hands off, done. Three ball, left wing, front iron and off. Rose Scott devours the rebound and motors across the timeline. Speeds to the top of the arc, downhill, center of the lane. Scoop shot is in for Rose Scott off the window, and Gail Folks takes her final timeout. Coast to coast for Rowe, and the crowd on their feet here inside the Atlantic Union Bank Center. 62-41, James Madison with 6:18 to go. Barnes, Stevenson, McDaniel, Kozlova, and Scott for JMU. Barnes inbounds for Stevenson, front court right. Sakaya had 6 points in the second quarter. Screen from Barnes off the ball, McDaniel catches, storms her way down the paint, finds Barnes cutting, left block layup off the window is true. JMU has outscored Davidson 17-3 here in the fourth quarter. The Dukes are showing a lot of urgency right now. Past the midway point of Q4, it's a 22-point, gargantuan James Madison lead. McDaniel flags it down just in front of midcourt. Shot clock at 5 as McDaniel takes a peek, looks up and pirouettes. Free throw line, fall away, shot off the spin. McDaniel scores! Using all 30 seconds on the shot clock, and the Dukes have made their last 7 shots. They lead by 22, 68-46 JMU on the miracle heave on the fadeaway from P. 25 seconds to go, 75-50 JMU. Alana Poole has it, bolts down the right slot, shot off the glass is good! 9th and 10th points on the season for Alana Poole. That is the exclamation point for the freshman from Nashville. 13 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Shot clock is dark, 77-50 JMU. Jasmine Timerson is in, bounces it in the short corner, backing down Dower, skip pass far side, contested jumper, it's a brick, light shot on the backboard. The game is over, but the season for James Madison continues. The Dukes down the Davidson Wildcats in the first round of the WBIT, 77-50, as James Madison just cooks Davidson in the fourth quarter, outscoring the Wildcats 28-9. The Dukes make 10 of their final 12 shots on the game. 4 players end up in double-figure scoring. Susha Kozlova with a double-double, 19 points and 10 rebounds. Rose Scott had 16 points off the bench. Peyton McDaniel, after a slow start, finishes with 14, and Bree Robinson ties her career high with 12. And coming up on Sunday, it's James Madison and Marquette here inside the Atlantic Union Bank Center in the second round of the WBIT, and the season moves on for the purple and gold.